So you want to make an NRP shader? Hey guys, welcome back to TutsByKai. I'm Kai, and today we are back in Blender once again, taking a look at how to create an NRP. You know what I'm saying? We're making a shader today, and it's pretty much just a Toon shader. It's really popular. A lot of people want to know how to do this. So many people asked me in the past. I figure it's about time we do the shader. So we're gonna get started today, and to make things look like a cartoon, obviously, if we go to render viewport shading here, it's render viewport shading. It's not gonna look like a cartoon. It looks like a 3D model, you know, with regular 3D lighting. So if we were to add an emission shader to this, then it would look, you know, more like a cartoon because it's, you know, more flat. But this doesn't exactly, like, if I grab the lighting here, lighting doesn't change. It's just going to be a solid, no shaded cube, which is, you know, fine if that's what you're going for, but we're not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this material back from emission to principled shader. There we go, principled BSDF. And we're going to split our window into two by dragging from the top left-hand corner or from the bottom. You can do the same thing. And I'll switch this, of course, to the shader editor, formerly known as the node editor. And we will go ahead and let me get rid of that some more. There we go. All right, so now what we have here is I'm going to delete default cube. I'm sorry, default cube. I'm sorry. We just need something with a bit more detail. All right, we're going to hit Shift A and add in a monkey. We add in our monkey, our Suzanne, our beautiful prized Suzanne. I'm going to move our light over a little bit, so we'll move it about right there. Just hit G to move, by the way. Select our monkey. We'll just double tap R, just rotate it up a little bit. And I'll add a smooth shader to this. So we'll add a modifier, this subdivision surface right there, and we'll just click that, put it up to about like 3 is fine for this, for the render and the view. We'll go ahead and go to Object, Shade Smooth, and what we have now is a smooth monkey. We'll add this material back, so we'll hit this little material button, and then we'll just put that material on the monkey instead of the cube. Now we have this going really well. And the cool thing is we can just go ahead and add, hit Shift A, search, and we can go shader. We need a shader. Wait, let's get this first. Let's grab a diffuse. So we'll hit Shift A and just add a diffuse right there, and we'll put that down. Then we'll go from the BSDF, and then we'll plug in a Shift A, and we'll type in RGB, yeah, because we need shader to RGB. There we go. So we'll hook up that diffuse into the shader, and then the color of the shader. So let's move these over. The color of this shader will go into a Shift A, color ramp. So we'll just get a color ramp, type in color ramp, just grab that, put that down, and we'll plug this color into the color ramp, and then of course into the color here. Now this is the funny thing though. If I were to wait for that to finish. If I were to do this, you can see that we still have some stuff to do here, obviously, but what I can do is we can do this color first. So if we grab these two values here, you can see that it's kind of influencing the color, which is really cool. So the way we can make this an NRP shader is we can go ahead and grab this linear function here and change it from linear to constant. And constant is going to make these lines very sharp. Now, so Blender just crashed on me, which was weird because that never happened. So let's continue. I didn't save yet, so I had to get the backup file, which is nice that it auto save for me. I just did save it though. So now back to what we were doing. Yes, so we need to change this from linear to constant. Cool thing is we can grab this white color now. Grab this white color, there we go, and the white value is going to determine where the shadows lay. If we pull this back, you can see that we have less of the black and now we have more white, and this white is corresponding with where the light is. So if I were to grab our lamp and hit G, you can see now that we have 100% sharp shadows, which will be great for Toon shading and for the NRP shader, which is really cool. So if we want to take this even further, we can get really stylistic with this by going and clicking. We can add in different points here. So instead of this being solid black, I'll change this. I'll grab this thing right there, the little tab, and then we'll go to the splat color, pull it up a little bit, and change it to like a black, which is change it like to a blue. Sorry, not a black. Which is really cool. So we can also get rid of this principled shader and add in just a regular diffuse. This is, no, wait a second now. We can just add in a regular diffuse, or we could just not have anything at all. We don't really need a shader right there, to be honest with you. So like I said, there's very many things you could do here. But for this, I'm just going to get rid of that altogether. So now what we have is we have this really flexible shader. We can, like I said, we can add in different points here. So let me add this. Let me fix this white color. I don't want it to be solid white. We'll do like a yellow. Yeah. All right. So then we can hit this little plus icon to add in another point we can modify. So in between these two, I can add in a different shade of blue. Maybe I want something like this. For a little variation. There you go. So now we have a different one. We can pull it closer to the blue to get rid of the darker blue a little bit more, which looks really cool. Let's add a highlights, an even bigger highlights one. So we go up here and we'll just change this to solid white. We'll just drag all these values up, and now we have a solid white. This yellow right here isn't yellow enough. There we go. So that looks really, really cool. There's so many different things you can do with this, and maybe I'll just go with the light blue for this. Yeah, that looks much better. All right, so how cool is that, right? So now let me turn overlays off. That is just the coolest. It really is. If I grab our light from our collection, just select that, hit G, you can move around the lamp, and you can see how awesome is that. So now every single light that you apply to the scene, I can change this from point to area, and then move it around the same way. You can see now every single light you add to the scene, the shading is gonna be affected, but the shading is no longer gonna be soft shadows. It's going to be the hard edges, which is really, really nice. I can zoom into this, and the shadows are still just as sharp as the subsurf modifier. So let me apply this. Let me apply this subsurf modifier. We can bump it up to maybe 4, and then we'll hit apply on that. All right, so now. That looks really good. And like I said, we can do so many things with it. If I were to uncheck this and just plug the regular diffuse in, you can see the difference we're gonna have is that's an insane amount of difference just for these literal just 2 nodes. It's one of the coolest things. Super simple to do, super easy to do, runs so well too. No lag at all, of course. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next video. But until then, bye bye.